Sheriff Thaddeus Cleveland joins us now. He's from Terrell County in Texas. Sheriff, are your hands tied when you have to deal with migrants? Are you able to question them? What restrictions are there on you?
Howdy, Stuart. Thank you for having me back this morning. My answer may surprise you. Here in Terrell County, my hands aren't tied. And the reason they're not tied is because we have a governor in the state of Texas, Governor Greg Abbott, who supports us in enforcing the rule of law along the border. And not only that, we have a district attorney out here in this portion of Texas, Suzanne West, and she also supports my office and the rest of the county's offices around this portion of the border to make sure that we're out there arresting illegal aliens, and when we prosecute them, she takes those before the grand jury and she gets those indicted. Our hands simply aren't tied. But with that being said, we've seen what Texas has passed in this past legislation to continue to secure the border. Texas is the only state, frankly, that's doing anything about the border.
And it's working, though, isn't it? Because you've not exactly.
It certainly has.
You've not sealed the border, but you've closed it enough to make the migrants go into California instead.
Yes, sir. And I often say what it takes a strong leader, and that leader should be the President of the United States, letting the rest of the world know that we're going to secure our border. We're not going to let you cross our borders illegally. That's what Governor Abbott has done. He has let those coming to Texas, he's let them know that you're not going to cross here illegally, or if you do so, you're going to be prosecuted. That should be a stance the President of the United States takes. But unfortunately, in this administration, we've seen nothing but a complete dismantling of our border.
Have you caught some of these gotaways in your county and sent them back?
So, of course, gotaways are those that we don't catch. And here, I was patrol agent in charge of this Border Patrol station for the last 11 years of my career. And typically, and continuing on, gotaways is about 50% of the equation here. We catch about 50% of the people that cross and 50% get away. And that's not because of work by the Border Patrol agents. We simply don't have the resources in this part of Texas. This is the Big Bend sector, the Sanderson Border Patrol Station. The Big Bend sector is a quarter of the U.S.-Mexico border. It's 517 miles. My county and the Border Patrol station here, I should really speak to, they cover 91 miles of border with about 50 agents. We simply don't have enough people to get out there and catch everything that's crossing our portion of the border.
Then we have ICE shutting down a big migrant detention center in South Texas. They say they want to cut costs, so they close it down. But where will all the migrants go now?
Hey, and that's a good point. And to be honest, it's not ICE that shut it down. It's this administration forcing ICE to shut it down. This administration makes those calls. And with that being said, I've seen some reports that they want to funnel some of that money to some other facilities, but honestly, I don't see that happening. I looked at some statistics this morning, that there's about 3,500 bed spaces available. Look, that last executive order, they said they would shut the border down if it gets above 2,500. We haven't seen that yet. Apprehensions continue to be much more than that 2,500% or 2,500 apprehensions a day. We did see a few days where it dropped down. But again, when we talk about border security, we shouldn't be using numbers as a measuring stick. Border security and immigration are two separate issues. This administration is clearly more engaging in letting people in this country illegally.
Sheriff Cleveland, thanks for pointing out reality to us. We appreciate it, and we'll see you again real soon.